Holistic Vitality Energy Healing. www.holistic-vitality.com.
I'm Heather Hunt. So in the beginning of my experience, I really remembered talking with my inner self, my higher self, and that was a very emotional experience because I feel like I've ignored who I am.
Okay.
So coming to that realization was still emotional. It's like such an amazing experience to know that you're loved.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cry, of course.
Need some tissues.
Thanks. So, yeah, I just remember that being really touching, really emotional, and just kind of learning what my real purpose was while I'm here.
And what was that? Did you get anything on that?
Well, more career focused, and that I need to write things. I'm here to talk about the truth. I've been an old soul. I've seen a lot, and so it's time to bring like the vibrational frequency of the earth up and basically talk about the truth of things, and I see that and communicate that. Yes.
Cool. Connecting to angels, guides, loved ones, or anything like that?
That was great. I feel like I've connected with them before and talked with all of them before, so it wasn't too, like, more to me, it was actually talking to my higher self was more impactful and emotional. Right. And talking with my guides, I'm like, hey, what's up? What's up? We talk all the time, you know, so that for me was just like, I was able to definitely, it was clearer, and I was able to see them better, and it was more of clear communication between us, but it definitely wasn't like as emotionally impactful to me as talking to my higher self was. Right. So that was really cool.
Awesome.
I remember clearing out tons of stuff in the throat chakra, so many plugs, and just not speaking my truth, and that was emotional again, because it's just like actually becoming myself again was awesome. So many blocks in just different areas, so that was wonderful because I felt like I could actually breathe, or just like I don't know. It's hard to describe physically. It just felt like there was something that pulled out of there, and I could actually swallow and talk and speak for myself.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. There's nothing blocking that.
Yeah. And how does that feel now?
It feels great. I do feel like something has been removed from there, like almost, like a tumor or something has been taken from there, and I'm like, oh, that's, that's kind of a funny analogy, but like the Ariel movie, like the mermaid, Little Mermaid. Yeah, I feel like your voice came back in, and I'm like, oh, this is great. Now I can actually talk.
I actually used that analogy during your sister's session.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's exactly what it feels like. It's incredible.
So getting your voice back, that's cool.
Yes. So, heart chakra is, that one I'm trying to remember. I don't know why that was.
The gardening.
Oh, the gardening. Oh, that was a big one. Because that one actually I felt like more of my guides, and especially any ancestors or family, like really went in there, because they're like, oh my god, girl, like you need to get this stuff out, and we need to garden this, and not only for you but everyone else around you, so we need to pull all these weeds out. And it just felt like that was a lot of past life, like just constant guarding myself, and then growth of things that I didn't want in there. So clearing all that out felt just awesome. And while I was in there too, it was funny that you mentioned you may feel deers around you, and my animal totem is a stag. So as soon as you said that, like he popped in, and I was like, oh my god, this was great. So we like hung out, and it felt so awesome. We all danced around, and it was such a celebration of new growth. Yeah. So that was
so what did you feel like you were able to get rid of?
I just felt like I was able to get rid of so many things, so many resentments, and just negative feelings, and just that I was harboring in there. I was like collecting negative thoughts, like let's just plant these, terrible weeds that I don't really want in there. Yeah. And it was you know, I could just see in this garden where, yeah, out on the outside there was still like lovely life going on, but this was crawling towards it to deaden that.
Yeah.
And so to see that and cut that out and just the fresh earth and replant was great.
Yeah.
Really.
So what do you think you gained from that one then?
Oh, so much lightness, so much, like, I felt so much weight coming off of my chest, just the ability, and just so much lighter, and like an ability to love myself and appreciate myself and know that I'm awesome, you know? And that was really great. That was really incredible, because it was just such a release.
Yeah.
I could really feel that coming off my chest.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes.
Child.
Oh, inner child. That one I knew immediately when you were talking about, you see, I was like, oh my God, that's me. Yeah. And that was like a serious moment. That even moved down into when we were talking about forgiveness. Just, there was one distinct moment, which I won't talk about because it's very personal, in my life where it just, that was my shutdown.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, that was when I was a kid, and that was that moment, and that was that impactful to my life. So,
I know the emotions.
I know, it like comes in, and you're like, oh no, I can't talk now again.
It's okay. I get a lot of emotions in this office.
Yeah, I bet. I don't know how you don't cry. You're like,
no, I like smile because it's the reward. The reward of everybody feeling that relief. That makes me happy. So even though I know there's tears, but I know it's like that release of tears, so I like feel good about it.
Yeah, and it's incredible. You just feel
it's rewarding.
Feels so good. Feels so good. Ugh.
So you were able to connect with your inner child.
Yeah, definitely able to connect really well, and felt like there were so many things at that point in my life that I shut down. And so just being able to give myself a hug and love myself was like awesome. Yeah. You know, knowing that I can be there for myself, and I can give myself the needs that I was seeking elsewhere. It's all in here. So I don't have to go seek it outside of myself. You can give it to yourself. Right. Because you're a giver already. Yes, exactly. So that works out really well. You're like, oh, I know how to do that. Yeah, I know how to do that. And having a 4-year-old daughter, that whole feeling was really helpful too. Because, just being able to emulate that in, like real life, and then feel it in here, I was like, I can do that. I'm a mom already. Like, I can be a mom to myself and be nurturing and caring. So that whole just going through that visual really worked for me. Really worked. Yeah. And so what do you think you gained from it? Just an appreciation for myself. And that, it's all here, and I was looking out there, and just the realization that I have it already, and that I've ignored it for such a long time, and of course that's why all these emotions and things have built up, and it's from that, and just gaining a lot of clarity there. Cool. Yeah. Okay, so the sacral one with the forgiveness was huge for me. I mean, that's when I broke down big time. I mean, I broke down on all of them, but that was the one that I really like. That one for me was giving a lot of just understanding that everyone has an inner child to be. Mm-hmm. And looking at people, if you look at them as a child, makes you less judgmental of them as an adult. You're like, oh, I get it. I get that, because I had my own thing going on in there. So I can understand why you felt that way and acted in the way you did in an adult world. Yeah. So, and then why you suffered then because of it. Exactly. So then it makes you able to forgive that so much easier, and be able to move from it and go, okay, I can move from here and be okay, like, not okay with what you did, but I can move from this space. Yeah, and make peace with it. And create a new relationship there, because I can see you now for what's really going on there, rather than judging you so much. Yeah. So the root chakra was really cool, because that was the most obviously grounding of all of them, and I don't think I really focus much on the grounding part of myself. So and taking care of my needs, obviously. Yeah. So going into the earth and really just getting saturated with love and nurturing and just all of these like awesome minerals and just everything that you need to basically feel okay and have your primal instincts and your primal self taken care of, and to just feel that and like rebirth yourself from that place was really nice, because all the chakras were like beginning anew, but that one was definitely more of the actual physically bringing yourself up into a new self and a new space and regenerating yourselves, and coming now from this new self vibration and being in that state. So that was what was really neat about that one. It felt very, very different from all the other ones, and I've never really connected much with my like root chakra, and so that felt really good. I really liked that.
How about sensations that stood out to you?
Well, I noticed a couple times in a couple different places you were like pushing on, like my heart chakra at one point. I thought it was crazy because at the point that I think we lit the everything on fire, I could feel like weird bubbling. Yeah. Like I was like actually physically against your hand. Like I was like, what is that? Am I hungry? No, that's like not the right spot in the body for that. So I was like, this is very weird. And so that was cool. And there were a couple times I felt like different like tings or just like quick bits of stuff that you could feel like, I don't know how to, like energetically coming off of you. And I could feel that like in my legs, and just a couple times in my throat, especially when we're pulling stuff out of there. I could really feel that one. Definitely some in the sacral chakras and just down in here, especially the emotional one. That one.
So it felt like tinging, you said?
Yeah, just like, or like gurgling in your stomach. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but I was like, I don't really think that's me being hungry. Like that's actually movement.
I actually felt that actually.
Yeah, and I felt like, especially the one with clearing out the stomach, and I don't remember. Is that the
sacral
chakra? I felt that one. I could feel like a lot of cleansing. I just think harboring a lot of emotional resentment in there, and like releasing of that and flow. And I've always had problems like too fast or an aggressive digestive system, and I think that's holding on to that resentment and anger, and just so things just never have been like balanced in that way. And so I think now physically I'm also going to experience a different way of metabolizing my food or whatever, and so I definitely could feel things down there. That was incredible.
Yeah, I felt the gurgling for sure.
Yeah.
Like things were moving.
Yeah.
So I definitely felt that with you for sure. And how does it feel now? Does it feel like...
It feels good. It feels clean. I mean, I just feel clean in general. I think that's the most simple way to say this. I just feel clean. I don't feel like there's anything just weighing on me, or in like improper energies in wrong spaces that aren't my own. I just feel like I'm really centered and in my actual true self, and it's like, it feels good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, thank you for sharing all of that. I'm excited to share it. Thank you. Holistic Vitality Energy Healing. www.holistic-vitality.com